Check me out, fam. Dude, we got the blingage. The best $70 I ever spent. Just changes the whole front end of that, doesn't it? Isn't it weird? It's so weird how that little guy right there can just change everything. Ooh. Ooh. Or should I just sell this thing? Should I just sell them all? Should I just sell everything? Bare Bones has an engine and a trans. One step closer, Bones. Yo, another day, another dollar. Today we're doing something that my 16-year-old self would be very ashamed of. Should I just run it like that? Look at that. That is crazy. Well, holy crap, look at that. We got a Forester again. Jacked up. Let's see the ride feel, but why does it make it look more like a lesbian? See, the problem is I got too many of these things. Where I do love this, and I know I can't get another one. This is not, see, I say it's not me, but if there was one that was me, it would be this one. Good. Chain looks good. Guides are there. This is like the better, in my opinion, the better of the KAs. This is from the 95. It's actually the motor that was in this, and not in the new one. Oh. Oh no. Gosh. Look at all that oil. We struck oil. Very bad time for shadows. So I was gonna shoot from here, but I'm in the shot. Ah! Nasty. Nastiness. Man, I like it. Now we're gonna attention. I turned the camera on. Now you want to get in my face? Where'd your stick go? Where'd your stick go? Huh? Oh. She's caught raccoons, possums, bunnies, birds. What else she caught? A snake? Alright. We've made it to my favorite part. So I will get a time lapse of the encounter. The mating. How beautiful that is. It's probably hard to tell with the sun. So last night I was trying to get a time lapse, and when I got all the stuff on, I remembered I forgot to put this on. But it's on it now. So we're gonna go back on with everything else. Bing bong. So we get one off. Go straight to the next one. Look at this shit. The person I bought this from did not mention this. Oh my god. Oh my god. There he is. Hold it. Hold it. Look at that. That is devastating. Don't lose it. Just another reason why I have to learn to weld. I have got to learn to weld. Let's go see if there's... I was loosening these. There is fuel. Something's up with the throttle, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Let's just give it another try. We're just gonna keep trying. I might go to Greg in the end. We're just gonna keep trying. Still got that fuel leak issue. God, she wants to start. Just start up. Sometimes I'm walking back into the shop and it hits me that I'm actually living the dream. I get all frustrated when these don't start and when I can't get my tunes loaded up, and you know, it's like a $1,000 dyno session all down the drain because I wasn't careful when I was pushing the thing in. Little things cost you big bucks on these stupid things. I'm hoping that I can get this started without taking it to the dealership. We got nice new shiny injectors already in there. I wanted to make sure I was getting clean fuel into it before I shot it into my new injectors. I did change the fuel, what is it? Like the pump and the filter thing back there. So it all should be clean up here and it looks good. It did not look good. I had it cracked. I had these cracked and it was seeping out of 3 of them. It wasn't coming out of the other one, but it was seeping out. I did make sure I blew these out. These are definitely clear, but it wasn't even getting there. It was just, so there's just tiny little residue on this one. It wasn't even getting there. So next things next is rebuild this. Not this, this. So we're gonna take this off of here. This thing can stay, even though I do have to figure out what's wrong with my throttle. That thing goes down like it's supposed to, but the throttle doesn't want to like pull, so we're gonna have to figure that out. All right, back to it. Back to work, Brooklyn. All right. Got that sucker loose. This line's kind of still in the way. Should I take that off too? I probably should. Where am I? Take this off, just to get him out of the way. Oh, hey. It's entertaining. I'm not mad about it. Some 8s back here I gotta get off. I'll be back. Thing loose, it just comes right out of there. No issues whatsoever. Let's check out this throttle. Whoa, it's crazy looking. What was that? Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if she comes back. Oh, let's go. Let's go. One thing down. Where'd my dog go? I will get this thing to run if it is the last thing I do. I keep going back and forth like I want to sell it. Well, I never want to sell it, but I think, like, what could I sell around here? Which is, there's no way I get my money out of any of these cars. I've been learning how to weld. We're making a windshield for the missile. The other 2 missiles are chilling. These are the rally missiles. Oh, whoa, okay. Rally missiles, drift missiles. My classic. This is the one I actually want to go to shows, like car shows in, and promote my shit with. the Hoopty Raceway, the ADHD Missile Lab. This is the perfect ADHD Missile Lab car. Come on now. We're going to finish putting this together. Now that the throttle is fixed, I fixed something here. We have fuel pumps. We have a fuel filter. What I do here? Oh yeah, injectors. I fixed vacuum lines. Replaced that box just because. Replaced a fuse because it was blown. Not sure what that fuse does, but we're just going to replace it anyway. And then once I get all this stuff put back together, hopefully I did this right. If I didn't, this is probably where I'm going to go next, because everything else is basically new. This, everyone says, doesn't really go bad, but we might replace that too. But they want $300 for a new one of those. Over $300. There's also something underneath the car that I might have to replace, so I'm going to go into there in a minute. But that's that. That's just the update. Update on the vehicles. December like 15th or 16th. I don't even know. All right, so I'm about to put I guess the last piece of the fuel lines on. Look at them shiny fuel injectors. So I'll get a little time lapse for you, or me, whoever. If you ever have any questions about these cars, please hit me up. I am the only YouTuber in the face of the earth that will actually respond to you. So, yeah. And now I'm an expert on these things, and I don't hate it. When I was getting into this, I did not like it at all, but now I don't hate it. It's pretty bulletproof. But I haven't even heard it run, so what am I saying? I always want to make sure they're straight. Make sure you get that finger. So that's pretty much that. We're gonna see if we get a little fuel. Then we'll go from there, I guess. Alright, so we just have this plugged in now, that's plugged in, that's plugged in. I don't know if it's gonna help, but hey, check it off. Check it off the list of potential problems. That fuel line should not be leaking, so we should get adequate volume this time. But who knows? Who knows? Getting oil pressure. Tell you what, this little girl wants to start so bad. She wants to. I can feel it in her. I can feel it in her. Listen to her. Oh my God! Wood idle. Oh my God! It started for the first time ever! With its own fuel! Oh, come on. She's teasing me. That's the first time it ever did that. Look at the smoke back there. I think my battery's dead now. That was too... It's like catching the tiniest fish at the lake and getting all excited about it because you've been there all day. Hey, little wins, little wins. That was definitely a little win right there. So we're gonna take a look at what we got going on. I don't even want to say it yet. So I'm not gonna say it yet. But I like this car a lot. I like it a lot. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this on. Update number 4000 whatever. We have gone back through everything, made sure everything's tight. We have no leaks. Reserve the fuel so that it's one of three things at this point. We know the pumps are pumping. I guess I don't know anything at this point. Let me just show you where we are. I do think it's the reserve or the pump. See? It wants to start. But then it dies. So we're making progress. Gas is getting, or fuel is getting up there. All the electrical stuff we know works. We know it has somewhat of compression, so let's go. But I'm still basically where I was when I started, other than now I know it will fire. But I already knew that because I did the starting fluid thing, you remember? Duh. Things are coming together on this turd. She needs a tune, but I'm sure we've already gone over that. I know at this point I got something on here about that. It's the little jobs that keep me afloat. Every time I think I'm getting tight on the funds, another good one shows up. We got a very typical water pump leakage. You never really know where they're coming from until you get in there. It's usually coming from, you know, the bottom of the water pump somewhere, but this one in particular had another leak happening right in here. You can kind of tell, you can see the residue down there. It was coming from that spot as well. So yeah, cell fuel or a water pump, fun stuff. And then you take that money and you just dump it into one of these turds in here. Ben's got the life. Check me out, fam. Dude, we got the blingage. The best $70 I ever spent. Just changes the whole front end of that, doesn't it? Isn't it weird? It's so weird how that little guy right there can just change everything. Woo! Ooh! So I'm starting my first aluminum. This is exactly why I wanted to be able to weld aluminum. So we're gonna make intercooler piping because this needs intercooler piping like it never. I think that could be exactly what's wrong with it. Just can never get to boost. It's always got that leak. Wide mouth bass.
To the street.